Statement 1. 10th question, children. Statement 1. When we mix sugar and sand together, there is no change in energy. That is, energy is neither evolved nor absorbed. Okay. When we mix in the sense it should be a completely, mixture. Very good. So when we mixing sugar and sand, okay, we are taking some amount of sugar and some amount of sand, we're mixing it together. Okay. There is no change in energy. Children, there is no change in energy. Is there any change in energy? Is there any energy absorbed or released or absorbed? No, right? So here the statement is absolutely true because the energy is neither evolved nor absorbed. Statement 1 is absolutely true because while mixing any mixture, there will be no change in the energy, especially sand and sugar. I'm talking about sand and sugar, which is heterogeneous. Okay, fine. So there is no change in energy. Fine. The option is right. Statement 2. In the preparation of a mixture, energy is neither given out nor absorbed. Okay, this is absolute characteristic property of a mixture. While mixing two components in a mixture type, okay, there will be no energy change absorbed. Okay, for example, muri mixture I gave beets and muri mixture. Okay, happily you will say all that. So here energy is neither absorbed nor evolved outside, neither giving out energy outside the surroundings nor it is taking energy into the itself from the surroundings. So energy is neither created nor absorbed. So here the right option will be both are right. Both are right, and statement 2 is giving some explanation, that too correct explanation for statement 1 because it's talking about mixture, sand and sugar mixtures. This is also a mixture topic only. Okay, there will be a relation between these two because why? It is all talking about mixture and energy. It is also saying about mixture and energy. Clear? What is the right option here now? Yeah, option A is right. Very good. We completed 10 questions. Very good, children. What is the next model? Let's see. Are you clear with this? All the statement type questions, are you clear with this? There will be some two statements. Statement 1 and statement 2. In that, you have to do the questions carefully. Read it carefully and look into the options carefully. What are the given? Is it assertion or reason? Or statement 1 or 2? Or it is giving any words like correct explanation, not a correct explanation. Okay, observe all those carefully in your examinations before you answer it. Okay, good. Next question is having some directions and comprehension type. Okay, these are CTQs. CTQs in the sense comprehension type questions. Previously, what did we solve, children? What are those? Statement type questions, STQ. Very good. What is this now? What is this? Comprehension type questions. Comprehension in the sense there will be giving some small paragraph related to the topic of the paragraph. The questions will be asked. Easy, na? Good. So here directions same. Each set in this section contains a paragraph or comprehension followed by questions. Look here carefully. Okay. They will be giving a paragraph or comprehension. Okay. So, followed by questions. Each question has 4 choices A, B, C, D, out of which one or more answers are correct. Oh, multi-correct answers. Okay. Children, look carefully. Read the questions carefully before you answer. Okay. After seeing questions, I know it. Hurry, buddy, don't do anything like that, okay? Just read all the given directions carefully before you answer any particular questions, especially these comprehension types and statement types, okay? Clear? Fine. So, one or more answers may be correct. We'll see. Comprehension 1 contains question number 11 to 13. Okay, given directions. Read the directions carefully. And here we'll go with the question number 11. Something is given the top. Oh God. I have to read the comprehension first. Okay, sorry. So, comprehension from 11 to 13 carries the same comprehension. This particular paragraph comprehension will be given out the questions from question number 11 to question number 13. Okay. So, before reading the question of question number 11, Read the comprehension. Don't get hurry. Okay. Read the comprehension of paragraph and then answer the questions. Okay, children. Generally elements exist in single atom. Sometimes two or more atoms of an element combine with one another to form compound atom or molecule. Fine. Children, we know elements exist in, they contain particles with only one type. The overall element may contain only one, they should be made up of only one kind of particles in it. If, element, characteristic property, very good. So, if like that type of elements, if they mix two or more together, they will give a compound. Okay. For example, let's take elements such as hydrogen. H is a hydrogen element and only H can be written as hydrogen atom because H, only single H is a hydrogen atom. Clear? So, what about H2? It is a hydrogen element. H2 is a hydrogen element because it is existing in stable H2. Two H2 elements, two hydrogen atoms are bonding to give hydrogen element. Okay, only one type it is made up of. Clear, children? Okay. Then what about H2O? What is H2O? H2O is a compound. How it is a compound? It is a mixture of both hydrogens and oxygen, right? It's a mixture of hydrogens and oxygen. So, H2O is a combination of some two or more atoms. So, two or more elements. So, this will be a molecule in the sense compound. Okay. So, coming to that, given comprehension, read it carefully again. Generally, elements exist in single atom. Generally, they do exist in single atom. For example, all the noble gases are there, no? They will exist in single atom because they do have their stability as a single atom stability. Okay. Not all, generally few. Generally, okay. And some, oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, chlorine, all these elements will exist in, double atoms, Cl2, H2, N2, O2, like that. Okay. So, they will exist in single atom, for example, of noble gases. Sometimes two or more atoms of an element combine with one another to form compound, atom or molecule. Okay. Regarding that, there is a question for us. Fine. Okay. The question here is ozone. Okay. The question, 11th question. Identify which of the following is monoatomic element. Okay. Okay, they're asking about atomicity, children. You know the topic atomicity. Atomicity is something, the number of atoms present in its element is called nothing but atomicity. In atomicity topic, we have classification into three main types. First one is monoatomic, second one is diatomic, and third one will be polyatomic. In polyatomic session, we have more like triatomic, tetratomic, so and so, octatomic, like that, up to. Yeah, the famous one, carbon-60 is there, no? Buckminster full ring. Yeah, that one was included. Okay, coming with monoatomic. Mono in the sense, how many atoms should be there, children? Only one. Mono in the sense, one. Very good. So, in this particular options, what is monoatomic element they're asking us? Okay. Okay, what is ozone? Ozone is a triatomic, which means a polyatomic. And this can be written in the formula. O3, very good. What about phosphorus, children? What about phosphorus? Phosphorus, P4, very good, P4. It is also poly and coming under tetratomic. Okay. Nitrogen, yes, nitrogen. Come on. Just now I said no. N2. Okay. N2. Silver, symbol. Okay. Ag. Is there any Ag2, Ag3, Ag4, Ag like that? No. Did I say anything ever? No. So Ag is standard and it is stable with Ag atom. Okay. Hence it is a monoatomic because here it is triatomic, tetratomic, diatomic and monoatomic. The given question is 25 only monoatomic element. Hence here it is option D. Okay. Clear? Shall I move to the next question? Same comprehension. Okay. The molecule of contain two atoms called. Okay. The question is something messy. The molecule contains two atoms called as, okay. Find the molecule contains two atoms called what kind? If it is two atoms, what is that we call? Did you forget, children, all these atomicity concepts we discussed earlier? Why like that? Okay, I'll give you all that. Don't worry. Atomicity classified into how many? Atomicity is classified into how many categories? How many? The classification include how many types? What's the classification of atomicity, children? Atomicity is included with three main classifications. Very good. What are the three main? First one is monoatomic. Second one is diatomic. And third one will be, very good, polyatomic. Good. What is being monoatomic then? Mono means which is having only one atom in the following particular element. If it is only one atom, it is called as monatomic. If it is two atoms, strictly diatomic. If it is more than two atoms, we call this as polyatomic. And in that polyatomic category, we do have some other classifications too, where we have to look into the particular atoms carefully. Okay, so here we have triatomic, tetraatomic, okay, octatomic, so on, etc, etc. Okay, so what is triatomic now? Tri in the sense it is having three atoms in its particular element. Okay, tetra means 4, octa means, very good, 8. Now for each of the example, I'll give you monatomic examples. All noble gases. All noble gases comes under monoatomic, and few other elements also comes under monoatomic, which exist independently with single atom. Okay. Examples here are all the noble gases. Helium, neon, argon, proton, oxygen, okay, all these things. Xenon, radon, organism, all this noble gases we say. Okay. Simply noble gases and extra elements too. Okay. What are diatomic now? It contains two atoms in its particular element. Given examples are H2, N2, O2, Cl2, etc, etc. Now coming under poly, which means more than two, we do have examples of poly also. Poly examples are O3, P4, S8, B12 and C60. This C60 is called as carbon 60, a Buckminster fullerene. Okay, it's halide structure, that one. So what is triatomic from here? We'll write O3. Tetra means 4 atoms, P4, octa means 8, which is S8. Clear, children? Now answer this question carefully. The molecule contains two atoms called, what is that? Two atoms in the sense? Yeah, absolutely, it is diatomic. Clear with that? Very good. Next question. Question number 13. Identify which of the following is polyatomic element. Oh, previously I wrote all the options for you. Okay. Phosphorus is P4, boron B12, sulfur is S8. So we can consider all the three options of A, B, C comes under polyatomic. What is polyatomic? Yeah, more than two atoms present in its element is called as polyatomic. And coming here, the right option is A, B, C or only D. Read the option this also, all the above. Come on, do it. Option D is right. Okay, clear with these questions? Shall I move next question, children? Good. Okay, coming here with us again comprehension 2. Comprehension 1 is of questions 11, 12 and 13. So it is comprehension 2 which is carrying questions 14 to 16. Okay. Now, read the paragraph clearly. Comprehension 2 is given with mixture. Mixture in which different constituents are mixed not uniformly is called heterogeneous mixtures. Okay, fear. Done. Given topic is clear with us. Mixtures in which different constituents are mixing. Different constituents are mixing not uniformly. Not at all uniformly. Is called as heterogeneous mixture. What is the best example of heterogeneous mixture, children? What is our favorite Muri mixture, right? Very good. So it's the best example for heterogeneous, which means mixtures, they do add some different components, different constituents, but those are not mixed uniformly. There will be some different ratios, okay, different proportions. So not uniformly is right answer. The comprehension given the passage is right. Okay, we'll go with the questions. 14th question. Which of the following is a heterogeneous liquid-liquid mixture? Okay. Liquid-liquid. This time they're asking about liquid-liquid. Liquid-liquid. Okay. Liquid-liquid mixture. Going to the options one by one. First one, ammonia and ammonia gas in water. What is ammonia gas? Gaseous state. Gas clearly given. Ammonia is gaseous state. Water is liquid state. Ammonia is gaseous state, liquid. Water is in liquid state. Okay. Petrol in water. Petrol in water is, petrol is liquid. Water is also liquid. Okay. Small l. Yeah, small l is representation. Liquid. Carbon disulfide. Carbon disulfide is also liquid, children. L. Water, yeah. Liquid again. Mixture of oxygen. Here oxygen is gas, okay, gas. And nitrogen is also gas. So they're asking us to have heterogeneous mixtures which are constantly not mixed uniformly. Yeah, we have two right options here, children. Petrol in water, carbon disulfide in water. All these both, these both are heterogeneous. Why? Because after mixing these two, petrol and water, do you ever mix petrol and water? No, don't do that, okay? So if you ever see the mixing of petrol and water together, okay, you can clearly observe the water particles, okay, the water particles, what happened? The water particles, if we add water to the beaker, okay, further if I add some petrol to it, what happens? Petrol, after adding petrol, what happens, the petrol will just float on the water particles. It will not mix with the water particles. Because why? Because these both are considered as immiscible liquids. What is the word over here, children? Immiscible liquids. What are called as immiscible liquids? The liquids which do not dissolve is called as immiscible liquids. Okay, hence we can say heterogeneous, right? So carbon disulfide in water. Carbon disulfide formula. Carbon disulfide formula, here I'll write it. CS2. Okay, carbon disulfide. So these both options are right because these both are liquid-liquid mixtures. Okay, heterogeneous mixtures. These both are right. Okay. Moving to next question. Question number 15. Charcoal and salt is an example of, okay. Do you know, children, what is charcoal? The black compound of carbon. Okay, charcoal, if not, you don't know, also no worry. Okay. Charcoal and salt is an example of dash. First, you have to check the state of matter of the particular given particles. Okay. Charcoal is in which form? Charcoal which state? Yeah, the black compound. Okay. Solid in state. Salt, very good, solid in state. So the given options here are solid, 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 liquid, liquid, liquid. Can I eliminate these two options? Because these both don't match with the options given. Okay, fine. Now charcoal and salt, it should be solid, solid, done. But here the given options are homogeneous and heterogeneous. Come on, do it. If I mix charcoal and salt together, will the both mixtures be dissolved completely, or can I easily pick charcoal and salt separately? Okay, there is a difference between them. So it is absolutely a heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous solid mixture. Okay, clear with that? Good. Next, question number 16. Which out of the following is a heterogeneous mixtures? Okay, heterogeneous mixtures. What are heterogeneous mixtures? The mixtures which two or more components are added where we can easily difference them. There is a visible boundary between them, and there is no uniform composition in that. Okay, fine. So air, brass, salt and sand solution, and steel. The four options given, out of which of these options are right? Which is true? Children, air is a mixture of, okay, if you see the previous video, we discussed about air. Air is composed of some different components where all the various gases are at different places. They know, mixture of all those some components. You get the pie chart also for you, right? The composition, the variable components, and the percentages I have given, nitrogen, oxygen. Yeah, air is a mixture of some things which include nitrogen, N2, okay, oxygen, also, yeah, come on, tell me. Air is a mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide. Very good. Next, helium, hydrogen. Okay, your wish. All these gases. Okay, fine. So air is definitely a mixture, we know that, but can we identify, yeah, this particular air particle is hydrogen, this one is oxygen? Can you differentiate between them? No. Why? Because we can't see the air particles first of all, and we can't separate them because all those are mixed in the air. Yeah, can you see any atmosphere things in our layers? We can't. Okay, that one. So air is definitely a homogeneous mixture, but not at all a heterogeneous mixture because we can't identify what things are there. Differentiation is not done. So brass. Children, brass is an alloy. You know what is alloy? Brass is an alloy, which means it is a mixture of copper, okay, copper plus zinc. Copper plus zinc. Cu stands for copper, Latin word cuprum, okay. Zinc, Zinc. So brass is an alloy and it is a mixture of copper and zinc. If you see that brass is an alloy, which means it is uniformly mixed. There is no differentiation between this is copper and this is zinc. Okay. So brass is also coming under homogeneous mixture but not heterogeneous mixture. Okay. So coming with option C, salt and sand solution. Wow. The option here is done clearly. If you mix salt and sand together, can you see the difference between salt and sand? Yeah, the brown color particles are sand, the white color particles are salt. So here clearly it says about the mixture salt and sand together comes under heterogeneous mixture. Very good. Now coming with steel. Steel is a mixture of what? Steel is a mixture of let's say carbon, iron, okay, like that, mixtures of steel, carbon, iron, okay. So steel is also a homogeneous mixture, okay, the steel particles, wherever we see, we'll find steel, no? Steel items and all. So it's a mixture of carbon and iron. It is also a homogeneous mixture. There is no particular differentiation. This is carbon, this is iron, okay. So in this question, the clear option here is C, which is sand and salt solution, okay. Shall I move to the next question, children? Yeah. Okay, here we'll go with matrix type questions, matrix matching type questions. Okay, see the question carefully. It is MMTQ. MMTQ, which means matrix matching. Okay, matrix match type questions. So far we discussed about statement type questions, single correct answers, multi correct answers, statement type questions, comprehension type questions, and now we're going with matrix match type questions. Okay. For these questions, we do have some directions to be followed. We'll see what is that one by one clearly. Okay. So directions here are, following questions have, okay, has 4 statements. Okay. Following question has how many statements? 4 statements. Okay. Fine. 4 statements. What are the 4 statements? A, B, C and D. Given in column 1 and 4 or more statements P, Q, R, S, T and so on, dot, which means so on, are given in column 2. Okay. Statement in column 1 any given statement in column 1 can have correct matching with one or more statements, okay, given in column 2. Okay, match the entries in column 1 with entries in column 2. For example, if correct matches are A for P, A for S, BQ, BR, CP, CQ and D for S, okay, then the correctly bubbled 4 into 4 matrix should be as follows. Okay, children. Children, can you see clearly or shall I do some help for you? Okay. I'm using a black pen, okay, black ink. So they have given option something like A, B, C and D, it seems. Okay, they have given options like A. Okay, I'll write columns also for you. Wait. Okay, first we have column 1. Space is not clear. Column 1 and column 2 I'll write here for you. Okay. Children, listen carefully. Matrix type questions. Column 1 and column 2. There are 2 columns, children. Clear? In that column 1 and column 2, we have some 2 or like 4 statements, in the sense column 1 contains 4 statements. Okay, here A, B, C and D. Okay, column 1 contains A, B, C and D, and column 2 contains P, Q, R, S, T and maybe so on. P, Q, R, S, T and maybe some other. After T, what we get? U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Yes, true. So this may be some multi-matrix, means A may contain both P and Q options, whatever it is. Okay, here they give example for us to understand clearly that A is matching with P and S as well. So we have double options for A statement. So we have to take the pen and have to bubble it clearly with that of option P. Like, you know, A is having P, Q, R, S here. Is it clear, children, for you? Okay. Or else I'll be displayed in the particular section. You can look in the video carefully. Okay, I'm bubbling over here. So I have to bubble P column carefully without coming out. Okay, clear? And A is also having the option yes, correct. Okay, what I'll do now? I'll go with A, S also. Okay, done. There should no leaving any gap. We have to clear it, bubble clearly. Okay, good ballpoint pen. Okay. And here B statement is having 2 options correctly, like Q and R. B is having Q and R together. So we'll bubble in the B section with Q and R. Q. Oh, it's coming out. Carefully, you have to do it, okay? Q and R. Q and followed with R. Because 2 options are right here, na? So, Q and R, both of them are right. Okay, they will give this multi-correct for you, like multi-matrix. Okay, multi in the sense more than 1 true answers. Okay, coming with C, statement C is having P and Q correct statements. P and Q both are matching for C, it seems. So we'll go with P and Q in the C category. P is true and as well as, okay, P is true as well as Q is also true. Means matrix matching is something, you know, you have to do it very carefully because not single correct, na, multi correct. Oh. Okay. Clear, children? Now we'll go with option D. D is having a statement only one. S. Single. Okay. Single one. So I'm going with D. Only S. Okay. Once again, watch it carefully. Bubbling matters a lot. If you bubble it outside, you may lose the mark because all with this will be in scanning mode. Okay. So like this, you have to answer questions. Clear, children? So before matching, what you'll do? Read the questions carefully, given the directions carefully, and after solving all that, A is matching with P and as well as yes. So what you'll do? You'll bubble P and S in the given column. Okay. T is not given. Okay. Only up to S. Fine. And going with B is having two right matchings. What are those two? B with Q and B with R. So matched, bubbled clearly in the B section, B column, okay? And coming to C is having P and Q as correct matchings. What are those? P and Q, right? And coming with D is only yes. So I'll match with only yes. T is not given here. Leave it. Okay, if in case they give T and so on, then you can do it, or else no. Okay, so we'll do the correct options. We'll do all the directions containing all the multi-matrix type questions. Are you ready? Did you understand the process clearly, children? Fine, we'll move to the next question. Okay, column 1 and column 2 are given. Given or not? Yeah, column 1 is given, column 2 is also given. In column 1, we have some 3 statements, namely A, B, C. And column 2, we have some 5 statements, namely P, Q, R, S, T. Okay, now go with the matching and all. We'll see what are the correct matchings here. First given statement is solid. Second one is liquid. And third one is gas. Okay, the column 2 options are chlorine, phosphorus, bromine, iodine and oxygen. Children, can you guess what are solids, what are liquids and what are gases clearly? So for all these elements you may know, but you know how to classify them as solids, liquids and gases? You have to read the concept very carefully, okay? If not, go have a thorough revision and then come and answer, okay? So here chlorine, representation chlorine is Cl2, phosphorus P4, bromine. Okay, no need of all that statements of the formulas. Just we'll go with the solid, liquid and gas, okay? Chlorine is a gas. Chlorine is a gas, Cl2, a greenish yellow colored gas. Okay, children? Coming to phosphorus. Phosphorus is a solid. Okay, phosphorus is a solid. Bromine. Oh, bromine is the only one liquid non-metal present in the periodic table. So, liquid L. So, children, I am writing all these small letters, which means small s stands for solid, small l stands for liquid and small g stands for gas. Clear? Iodine. Iodine is a solid. Very good. Oxygen. Oh, oxygen is gas. The air which you breathe in. Yeah. For living. Okay, fine. Out of which solid is matching with that of correct options? Solid is matching with phosphorus Q and iodine S. So A is having Q and S together. Here we go. Q and S. And what about B? B is having a right option with liquid, only one. R. So yeah, R is matching. Okay, going with C. Gas. Gases are P and T. PT matching. So yes, the right options here are A. Children, you'll simply tick like this only in the answers. Huh? You'll simply tick the right option in the given worksheet, or you'll go with bubbling type. Yeah, it is a multi-matrix type question, so you have to bubble it. You should not tick mark. Yeah, you can tick mark here, but you should not leave it over here. You should go with the previous page. The given column will be there, no, in that particular Roman. Question number, like what is the question number here? 17. You have to read the question number. Okay, if it is written 17 over here, for that particular given matrix match, you have to bubble it carefully. Okay, children, don't leave that. Don't miss bubbling one. Okay. Now it is clear for you. Column 1 and column 2 given. Very good.